Hey guys, it's Crystal. I tried to make this video before and it just didn't work. I was blubbering and crying so much that you wouldn't have been able to understand me, and I've waited a while to make this so that I can have my emotions just a little bit in check, so I wouldn't cry throughout the whole thing. Basically what's going on right now is Derek's been cheating on me. We got to Texas and he started Amazon and he met some girl and he took off his ring, pretended he wasn't married, asked her out, and basically started living a double life. How could this happen without me knowing it? You must be asking. Like, he said he made a friend at work, a guy friend, and he wanted to hang out with him. And so meeting people our age on the road and hanging out with them and being friends with them is so important to us. So no, I never met him, but I took his word. So I let him go over there a lot, and then he eventually started saying, well, can he just stay over there for a little bit so that he can save money on fuel? And of course I let him, because we did need to save money on fuel. Any way that we could save money, we needed to save money. And then it went to, just staying over there more than he should have, and I knew, but I didn't want to know. I had suspicions, but I didn't want to believe it. I found marks on his body when he came home, and he made up an excuse for it. I didn't want to believe that it was happening, that he would never do that to me. We've been together for 14 years. And we have 2 beautiful kids together, and I just didn't want to believe it. And so I didn't believe it. But then, suspicions kept piling up, and finally Christmas morning I grabbed his phone. Saw pictures of her on there. Worst Christmas ever in my entire life was this past Christmas. My whole world was just shattered. So with that being said, Derek is no longer with us. He doesn't want to be with us. So, I'm RVing by myself. And it's scary. It's really scary, being on the road and being so far away from anyone that you could know or possibly trust. I will be going back to Illinois in the spring, but I cannot go back right now because the winters in Illinois are far too harsh to live in an RV. So when spring hits, I will be traveling back up and staying there for a while. Only a very small amount of people know. My best friend knows, and his mom knows. I don't really have much family. And the people that I consider my parents are basically on their way out because they're so sick. I can't tell them what's going on because I'm sorry. They love Derek so much. We've been together since high school, and they really, really like him, and they're so happy that I'm with him and that I have someone to take care of us. that I can't ruin that for them when they're already dying. It's not fair. I don't want to worry them. So I won't be telling them. And, Derek's dad doesn't know, and he won't know because he's really sick too. He's really, really sick. And we think that he's on his way out too, so not very many people know, and we have our reasons. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll know that I haven't posted anything since Christmas Eve, and I probably won't for a while. I'm not really the type to blast my business all over social media. I don't do that, and I won't do that. It's no one's business really what I'm going through and how I feel about things. It just, I don't really like that. This is like, I don't know, life threw me for a loop here. I don't really know what to do. I haven't been single since I was in high school, and I've never been a single mother. So, I definitely got thrown a lot of lemons all at once. He left me his last paycheck, but that's all I have, and to be honest, the only reason I'm even talking about this right now and making this video is because I need help. We literally only have his last paycheck, and I've been traveling slowly, staying at truck stops here and there, and some people that I found off boondockerswelcome.com have let me stay here and there, but other than that, I've been trying my best to keep all costs down, because we don't have that much. We had everything planned out. We had a job lined up, a paying job for all hours worked, and it was great, and a great location, and I was so excited about it. I just don't know what to do right now, you know? I have to stay south for right now, just because of the weather. I cannot go up north because it's not safe to travel with the RV, and I do not feel comfortable driving in ice and snow. Nor would we have a place to stay once we got there. We would have a place to stay on land, but not inside an actual house. My son is allergic to cats, and the only place, Derek's mother's house, we would be welcome at, she has 3 cats, and I just can't force him to stay there whenever he is so allergic. So we're gonna stay south. I don't know. I'm really sorry for making this video. I didn't want to make it any sooner because I didn't want to ruin anyone's Christmas or New Year's. And I'm still so extremely emotional about it, but I was even worse over the last several days. Believe it or not, the kids are not stupid. They understand that I've been crying because of Daddy. They don't know exactly why, and I'm not going to sit down and explain it to a 2- and 4-year-old. I'll explain it to them when they're older. But right now, they just know that I'm really sad, and they try really hard to cheer me up. They try really hard. The only reason I get moving in the morning is because of those two. I'm gonna be disabling the comments on this video. if you guys have something encouraging to say to me, please feel free to email me. I don't want to hear anything negative. I just don't. I can't take it. I already have my own thoughts running through my head that are negative enough that I don't need to hear other people's negative thoughts. If you have something positive and encouraging to email me, please feel free to email that to me, because I could sure use it right now. If you're gonna email me and ask me how I'm doing, don't. I'll tell you right now how I'm doing. I'm an emotional disaster. My heart feels like it's been ripped out of my chest. I feel like I can't breathe sometimes. I can't sleep. I can't eat. Everything is hard to look at in here because it just reminds me of him. Everything is just hard right now. I'm trying really hard to stay positive for the boys. I don't want them to think bad of their father, so I don't talk negative about him. I don't think that's fair. That's their dad, regardless of what he's done and what he hasn't done. And I refuse to be one of those parents to badmouth the other parent because of what they've done. It's not fair to the kid. It's not fair. So, when they ask about Daddy, I will just tell them that he's away. And that hopefully someday he'll see them again soon. But I won't talk bad about him. I don't want these kids to hate him. So, that's how I'm doing. Don't email me and ask me. If you can possibly spare it to help me financially, that would be great. Like, really great. Because I'm just really not sure what to do right now. I'm still trying to get my emotions together so that I can even possibly think about doing something. I need to get a grip on myself emotionally before I even, start thinking about what to do, what I need to do, or what I can do about a job or something. So, I'm not going to do a GoFundMe. I'm far too emotional to even be online that long to put up an account for a GoFundMe or whatever. I do have a donate button on my YouTube page somewhere up there in the corner. I don't know. Somewhere on there. I hate even doing this. I really, really hate doing this. I never, ever, ever wanted to be in a position to do this. And I'm really sorry. I promise I'm not e-begging. I am asking for help because I need it. Because I don't know what else to do right now. Once I get back to Illinois, I will be asking for help from the state. But for right now, I'm not going to ask for help from the state with groceries and whatnot because I don't even know where I'm going to be and how long I'm going to be there. And I really just don't need the state in my business right now of me having kids living in an RV. But I promise once I get back to Illinois, I will be there for a little bit, long enough to get my bearings and ask for help, at least with food, which I don't want to do. I've never wanted to do. I lived off food stamps as a kid and I hated it. I hated being poor like that. I never wanted to be like my mom. I never wanted to be single living off the state. But I'm in a position where I have no choice right now. But for right now, if you could possibly just help financially, you have no idea how grateful I would be. Extremely grateful. just helping me just a little bit would be incredible. I'm sorry, this is really emotional. I don't know how else to say it, because talking about it brings up so much emotion. I will be making more videos, and they will not be talking about Derek. They will be RV related and our life in general, minus Derek. So yeah, that's my channel is gonna change a bit. You'll get to see what it's like for a single mom with 2 little kids. RVing is like, yeah. So that's what's been going on, and that's why I've been MIA on social media and everywhere online for quite a while, since Christmas Eve. So I thank you for watching. I love all you guys, even you strangers are just amazing to me. So I'm incredibly thankful for you viewers. If you're a Christian and you believe in God, pray for me. If you don't, positive thoughts, anything, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get right now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm so sorry this was a horribly sad YouTube video, but I don't know what else to do. I need help, and I'm gonna humble myself and ask for it. Thank you for watching, and I promise the other ones won't be this horrible. Okay.